What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to basketball, and more importantly, welcome back to our prospect evaluation series. This is a series where I'm breaking down all the first round level NBA talent leading up to the draft. And in our final video of this series for this season, I've got Tarris Reed Jr., big man coming out of UConn. I'm really excited to break him down. We're going to be going over his analytics. We're going to watch some film on him, and then we're going to finish off by putting him on the big board we've been building throughout this series. But before we get into all that, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, and comment. I've been responding to every single comment to my YouTube channel for how many years? Now it's like 3 years, and I'm at 19.9K subscribers, about to hit 20K. It's very, very exciting. All the top content's coming out right now. Ideal offseason, do they fit in the NBA, mock drafts, all of this. Maybe by the end of this video, I'll be at 20K and you'll get a genuine reaction. So stay tuned to the very end to see. But with all that being said, let's dive into the prospect. Tarris Reed Jr., big man, 6'9", almost 6'10", 264-pound senior, big man out of UConn. Very, very exciting to break down this guy's film because there's not a lot of bigs coming into this class, at least not a lot of like super interesting ones. And a lot of people were asking about Tarris Reed, especially after last week's video. I was like, hey, we got one more in the series. What do you guys want to see? And I went and counted everything up, and Reed appeared the most out of people's kind of like suggestions. So I'm like, all right, I guess we'll be doing Tarris Reed for this last one, and he very well could go in the first round, so I'll be excited to break this down. Now, before we get into like anything about him, as always, for a majority of this series, these were my introductions to these players, where I'm getting to know them for the first time, kind of learning with you guys about them, and this is still an intro video to the player. Like, this isn't going to be extremely in-depth by any means, so like go ask other content creators or go watch their videos. Go listen to other people's thoughts on this guy. This is just going to be a brief intro, but I've watched the film on this guy at this point. Like, it's pretty much a done deal. I've watched all the film that I need to leading up to the draft. I've completed my assignments for the places that I work and stuff, so just know that I'm a little bit more informed on this stuff than I normally am. But Tarris Reed Sr., let's take a look at some of his stats, and then we'll take a look at kind of his play style, heat maps. We'll compare him to some other players, stuff like that. So just starting off here, taking a look at the numbers, 14.5, almost 15 points a game, very, very respectful. 9 rebounds per game, amazing. Just about 2.5 assists as well, and I can tell you as a guy that has watched a good amount of his film, right? Pretty smart player, right? He's a senior. He's playing for UConn. He was at Michigan. Before that, like he's been around some smart coaches. He's played for a while in college basketball, so we expect things like this, right? By the way, these percentiles here are positional based, not just like all college basketball based. Looking at this, we're getting about a steal a game, 2 blocks, great numbers right there. One of the things that I immediately think about with Reed, though, that I think is going to be an interesting part of this video is like, okay, how does this guy play in like the NBA though? Like, is like the rebounding, that's great. He's big, like he's going to be a heavy guy in the NBA as well. He's maybe not the most like vertically gifted player that you've ever watched. So not like a supreme athlete, but he's got good fundamentals. And if you can box people out and keep them away from the rim, you're going to be able to get some rebounds, right? But in the NBA, people are a little bit craftier. How is he going to be able to defend offensively? Is he mostly just playing like college basketball offense? Does it really translate to the NBA? And that's kind of what we're going to start to explore. Taking a look at the offensive stats, one thing I did want to notice or note right here, the usage percentage, 26.5% usage. That's a lot for a big man, especially like when you compare that to like college players. That's still like a lot for college basketball. So a lot of his offense comes, and we'll take a look at the actual numbers. It's him just kind of creating for himself on the block. It's very old fashioned. It's very, I'm going to post up, do what I do. And I'll take a look at the actual like heat map. So I know he's a lot better on one end of the court or one side than the other. So there might be some adjustments that need to happen in terms of like building out a second hand to use, adding a more diverse like a skill set, but you also don't in the NBA like play that style always, and that's what's kind of interesting about him. I say it in every video, but when you're comparing like college basketball players to the NBA players, it's not like a 1-for-1, right? You're comparing oranges and apples. Like, we're all playing basketball, but basketball is very different depending on the league that you're taking a look at. When I'm watching international prospects coming in, it's a lot easier to tell how they're going to translate to the NBA rather than the college players, just because the games are so different, right? So just because he's doing one thing in college doesn't mean he's going to do it in the NBA. Another thing here, the assist percentage, 17.5%. That's pretty damn good for a big man as well. So something to note there. Here's one that I find kind of interesting. So a lot of rim attempts here, right? About 15.1 per 100 possessions. That's quite a bit. But only like 68 69%, and for someone that's like mostly like posting up, I'd like for it to be like a little bit better than that. And like, don't get me wrong, that's not like a bad percentage, but I'd like it to be like above 70 for how he's playing. But again, it's college basketball. It is what it is. I'm not going to try to judge it too much. This guy's not an outside threat by any means. That's not what he's doing. Not great from the free throw line. That's just kind of been a consistent thing throughout his career. So kind of your more traditional big man build is what you're seeing here. When you take a look at the defensive stats, they're all very good. The rebounding stats are great, right? It's just, does it translate to the NBA? And so I look at all these, I feel like I have a profile on this player. It's not a very complex one, right? As we're diving into these like later first round picks, right? Like this guy's projected like late first round, early second round as of right now. You shouldn't expect to see something where it's easy to tell what he's going to do in the NBA, right? After about pick 22, I have to start squinting quite a bit to be like, okay, what am I going to do with this, right? And you're probably not drafting this guy to be an immediate impact by any means, so don't necessarily think that, but it doesn't mean that they can't, so I don't want you guys to think that either. It's just a lot of what we're going to take from this guy comes out in the film, so just kind of keep that in mind. So taking a look at his actual play style, this is one of the more extreme graphs we've seen this year. It's 45% of the time in the post, and then 42% just at the rim. That's coming from like pick and rolls, basically. And so right here, playing at the rim, the big man cut and roll. So that happens a lot in the NBA, right? A lot of pick and roll takes place. Now, we always like for those guys to be lob threats in the NBA if we can, because being able to play vertically like above the rim is just advantageous in the sport, right? But he does it 30% of the time. That's a lot. 1.2 points per possession is very high. So the pick and roll, that's working for him. Obviously, he plays for UConn. They play more NBA like kind of game plan and style out there. So I think there's kind of something to note there. Putbacks, that's happening 11.5% of the time. That's quite a bit, right? He gets a lot of rebounds. That's, of course, going to have a high PPP as well. Then these post-up opportunities, 24, almost 25% of the time, he's ending up in a post-up, which is insane. And it's not going all that great for him. And again, like, how much stock do you want to take in that? Because we can say, okay, not the greatest post-up player, which I kind of tend to agree with. Like, he's very physical. I think he's a smart player, but there's one side of the hoop he can play on and one side of the hoop that he can't play on. And that's a little bit worrisome for me as a senior kind of coming out. It's like, okay, why haven't you really developed this yet? But again, do we care? Because it's not like we're really doing that in the NBA. How often do you see people just be like, all right, we're going to dump it down to this guy. He's going to give the little like feel and then, all right, I'm going to go. No, that's what happens with like Embiid and Randall and guys like that. And we all kind of critique it nowadays. So does it matter if he's not that good at it? I'm asking all these questions because it's the last video of the series this year. And I'm trying to be a little bit more like, I guess like questioning of everything, trying to get you guys thinking in the way that I'd think. But taking a look at these other ones, the post and kick. So he's posting up and kicking it back out, getting a decent percentage here. Now he can't completely control this one because his teammates have to hit shots as well. But we saw that assist percentage is pretty good. And then high-low action, something we often want to see. I actually think NBA teams should run that a bit more. But that just is what it is, because I've done the analytics before, and like when you get a post touch, your points per possession tend to rise regardless. Just whatever you have to do to get a post touch. It could be something that's cutting through the rim, it could be a dribble penetration, right? It's simple, right? I think we all understand that concept of getting to the middle of the court, you get better shots. It's what the Knicks are doing right now, which, by the way, I'm recording this on Thursday, so I have no idea what's going on in the finals at this point. Maybe somebody's won, maybe it's still going. I hope it's still going, fingers crossed. Taking a look at the perimeter, quick, not happening at all. Transition, not happening at all, really, for this guy. The PPP is always going to be high in this because it's transition. And then playmaking, he's hitting some cutters every once in a while. Of course, that's going to go well, but it's pretty much just, I'm at the rim. This is what I do. Let's pull up his actual chart right here. How can I pull up Tarris? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I need Mr. Tarris read. Here, there's so many reads. Oh, God, what's the best way to find you, my friend. Tarris, that was the best way to find him. I don't like to use draft ballers heat maps to take a look at the shots at all. I find it a little bit messy. So yeah, this is his shot chart right here. It is all at the rim. If he's right under the rim, surprise, surprise, it's not that bad. I'd actually expect it to be better given his size and in college basketball, but only about 46% from here and 33% from here. So he definitely prefers one side to the other. He prefers being on this end of the court right here. And why is that? Well, he can kind of go over his left shoulder and throw it back up, whereas the other way, you know, you're going over the right shoulder and trying to throw it up with the left. I just don't think he's as good with his left hand. Like, it seems like he has decent control over it, but it's not converting for whatever reason. So the offensive game is rather limited here. So what are we taking this guy for? Is it just for defense? Is it just for rebounding? Because look, we're desperate for bigs in the NBA right now. And so if you can just be 6'9", 6'10", and get a bunch of rebounds, like that is something. And so if you want to be a reserve big, I can use that, right? But how far can it really go? That's the question. Let's also use the Galaxy model here that they have on Draft Baller. It's a pretty cool thing that just kind of compares them to like other college players. It's not exactly like a predictive thing. I'll actually tell you it's just not a predictive model at all. Because it's just how would you even do that, right? It's not an indicator of future performance by any means, but it's interesting to take a look at nonetheless. So we see like Walker Kessler, Mark Williams. It's kind of interesting. Like, is he an outlier by any means? Outcome neighborhood? No, they're saying that, like, they can compare him pretty well to some of these guys. Sir Dominic Pointer, really. Like, the Jordan Bell one, I kind of get. Hashim Thabit, Nerlens Noel, Nemezi Keita, Greg Steamsmouth, that one I can kind of understand. Gorgie Jang, I can kind of understand that one. Willie Cauley-Stein, maybe not quite as much. But guys that exist around the rim is kind of what we're looking at here, more so than anything else, which is fitting. Which is very fitting. Shout out Jonathan Mogbo on here as well. But okay, you guys get this. I think we should just go to the film and kind of start to get an understanding for that. Because again, this isn't the most complex player of all time. So let's break that down, and you guys can kind of make your assumptions with me as to how well he's going to be able to contribute at an NBA level. Alrighty, y'all. Last college film breakdown of the year. Thankfully. You guys know I'm not always the biggest fan of watching like college basketball just because I'm a bit of a purist and an asshole, and so I get a little bit frustrated watching it sometimes, but it is what it is. Still fun to break down the new prospects or whatever. So I only got one video for you guys because I could only find like one video of the dude that I could actually show on YouTube to some extent. This video is still going to be demonetized, by the way, which YouTube, don't demonetize it. I don't own the rights to these clips, and I'm not trying to pass it off as that. I should be protected under fair use, and I'm just using this as educational content. My legal defense is in the description of this video. They're still going to demonetize me. But anyway, I'm looking forward to just kind of breaking this guy down, just the tournament highlights. He had a very good tournament, right? Obviously went to the national championship, so it'll be a good opportunity for us to just kind of see, like, hey, at his best, what are we getting out of this guy, right? So let's watch some post-ups. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there's the move right there. Okay, I'm going to feel you up. I'm going to feel you up. And why are they doing that? They're trying to see, like, where you're weighting things right now, like if you're pushing them more so this way or this way, and I'll talk about a lot of different things post defense wise in this, which is another reason I'm excited to do this, because we don't get the chance to talk about post ups very often on this channel. Right now we got a show, which means they're not double teaming, right? A lot of times right now the big, he's kind of evaluating, like, okay, how are they going to guard me? Like first possessions here, I think this is always a smart thing to do. I used to tell when the last team that I coached for, and that was at the D2 level, where I was actually like an assistant coach or whatever, and we were a very, very, very good Division II team. Like, we beat a couple D1s that year, which I think got a coach fired, actually. But I'd always tell our point guard, like, hey, first possession, get it down to our, we had a guy that was probably going to be in the National Player of the Year conversations at kind of our big man position. I'm like, dump it down to him just real quick. Let's see what they do, right? It also just gets him involved in the game early on, gets him focused. That's good. But we're kind of just evaluating in these early possessions right here, seeing what they're doing. Okay, they're showing, okay, I'm going to be one-on-one right here. I'm going to make my move now. Very nice. Just glide to the rim. Way to use the elbow to kind of seal him off. Very, very smart. Very smart. He said, hey, do it again. He's like, hey, do it again. Do it again. Like, this is going to be easy. If they're not going to like send a double, I got this guy all night right here. And that's what's happening right here. So he's just going to go just up in, bully that guy. Very, very smooth. Yeah, flex on him, Tarris. Flex on him. That's what I'm talking about. Very much likes to post up on that side of the court. We can move on right here. We can move on. Shout out Mullins. I'm just going to get this rebound, put it up and in. Very nice. Very nice. Cool, cool, cool. Again, it's not going to be the most interesting film in the world, but good outlet pass, kind of. I like moving the ball off the court a little bit quicker. Here we go. We're going out here. Oh my goodness, look what I found. Float me. Obviously not getting to see like a ton of defensive clips or like the misses, things like that, but it's just the film we have access to at this point of the year. So right off the bat, let me see what's going on with this defense right here. So we got a screen set right here. We roll the correct direction. Thank you very much. Always important to roll and face the basketball the whole time and not spin the other way. That way you can see it. And so this right here should have been a pass. Somehow, some way, this should have been a pass right here. Why? Because now you're playing advantage basketball. So he's about to loop through kind of this like semi-floppy action right here, come back up right here. Very, very cool. There's solo ball. And this just shouldn't happen. It won't happen in the NBA. These little like kind of seal off plays. So he's setting a screen now. He's like, boom, I've got him sealed off. Post-entry passes shouldn't work unless you're like free throw line extended down, just because in the NBA guys will steal that. They're not going to be that dumb in space like this. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. So he's just gonna catch the ball. Hey, put that bitch up and in. Very good, very good. All right, we're not guarding him out here, right? He's not a shooter. That's not what he's gonna do. All right, I'm gonna attack. I'm just gonna bully you. Flip it up and in. Boom. I want to get over to my left shoulder, put it up with the right. That's what I'm doing. Here we go. Kick ball back out. Let me get the ball back out somewhere. Oh, okay. Great defense. Phenomenal defense right here. Like, what happened? Like, why are you guarding him like this? young people out there that are playing like in any sort of post-up defense, make sure, and I know this is revolutionary stuff, you come to my channel, right? You've come to my channel. I've told you that my channel's growing a bunch, right? I'm about to hit 20K subscribers. Wow, this guy must be doing something right on YouTube. Like, yeah, I'm here giving really in-depth analysis on basketball. That's why you're here, right? Here's my nugget for you. Don't. I'm looking at you, fucking Phil, right there. Your pants look ridiculous today, Phil. Don't leave the position of your guy that you're guarding and the basket, right? I want you to stay between those two guys. Instead, this guy, what he's doing is he's like, nah, I think I won't right here, so that he can just do this. With all the sports gambling that's going on right now, who knows? He might be throwing. He might be throwing. We got to investigate this guy. Oh man, is it too sarcastic for me? It's been a long 2 days for me. I am deep in like film and other things, getting ready for the draft. I might be a little extra sassy today. I just don't give a shit at this point. But here we go, just like, come on, man, college basketball, what are we doing? So set a screen right here. He's just holding him for whatever reason. He's like, come here, Papa, hold me tight, Papa. And he's just like, okay, I'll just go here, thank you very much. I can't, man. All right, another post-up opportunity right here. Let's do it. We're showing right there instead. We're attacking. Let's get another post-up right here. Boom, this guy's not facing the basketball at all anymore. Okay, we're actually sending the double now, but instead, again, and I'm diving into this a little bit more because there's not a ton going on. Like, he's just like leaving the baseline completely open. I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand. You get to use your arm bar, right? What I would do is line up like your midsection with the hip that's like closest to the hoop right here. So his hip that's closest to the hoop is this right one right here. Line up your midsection like your chest with that. That's going to be your best shot at defending it in either direction that he goes. So that's my advice to you. But instead, he's just literally able to walk on through. Very great defense, Furman. We love to see it. All right, cool. Give me that steal. Let's go. Run, big fella. Run. Oh, yup. Get up, big fella. Swing around a little bit for me. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Let's go. We're in drop coverage right now. Okay, kind of gave up on the assignment right there, but gets a block anyway. Very, very good. All right, another post-up opportunity. Again, what are they doing this time? This time there's a double waiting for him here, right? There's a person ready to cut him off if he goes that way. So they're trying to push him towards the baseline because the baseline is acting as an extra defender, right? And I know we're supposed to be breaking down Tarris right now, but I'm trying to just be educational in general. So again, we have somebody cutting through the middle right here. This is great. What I would be doing if I was solo ball on this play is I'd be going and setting a screen right here so that we can get that skip pass, and it's kind of there. Right? I mean, he didn't set the screen. That wasn't ball, was it? Or was that ball? I couldn't actually tell. But anyway, you guys get the point. Here we go. go. Block that shot. Very good. Very good. You should not be able to block that shot right here. Like, get closer to the rim. Put it up off the glass, my friend. But whatever. Here we go. All right. Again, college basketball. What are we doing? Definitely hooking them on these moves right here. So watch. Hook right there. Boom. Up. Float through. And that's not bad defense by one at this point, right? What you want him to do is fall away from the hoop right here. These are not the shots that you want people taking, right? On the, or if you're an offensive player, you don't want to be taking this. I want you going straight up. I don't want you fading back, right? Because think about how much harder it is for people to block if you go straight up and down versus you go this way, right? Because if he goes straight up and down, his release point's maybe a little bit higher right here. But instead, this guy's able to contest at an easier angle because you're falling back, you're releasing it from lower, right? So that's kind of why you want to try to just go straight up. And for the obvious reason, if you can draw some fouls. All right, here we go. Again, trying to get some sort of post up right here. Okay, defense right here. Typical just like shell defense that you need to know. This guy is not in a defensive position at all. You are currently one pass away right here. So what I need you to do is I need you to be like facing your defender in some way, but you got to be able to see both, right? You got to be able to see the ball and you got to be able to see him. I need this right hand like in the passing lane to prevent that pass from here. And then like, I don't know why they're fronting him. I don't understand why, because like this can happen. I don't understand why you're fronting him all the way out here. You're leaving him so much room to just, I can't tell you how many times I used to do this as a kid to people. Cause like I'm a pretty strong dude, I would say, like especially with my legs, and I'm about by the time I get to high school, I'm probably about 6'4", almost 6'5", and about 200 pounds, and like that's decent size like high school player, right? That's a decent size high school basketball player. And so like, I can't tell you how many times I do this where I just seal people off. I'd be like, hey, just throw it over the top. I just dig low and kind of put my knee into him like this. And this is the kind of traditional big man stuff that he's really good at. He's good at using his weight and size and everything. So he's just able to throw it over the top, hold him off, and now I can just finish over the top. And it's not like I post it up a ton, but every once in a while I beat somebody down the court and I just do it right here and be like, hey, just throw the ball over the top. I got it, right? It's pretty simple. All right, good screen. Here we go. Roll the right way. Hey, good stuff, boy. Good stuff. There's enough athleticism in there. There's enough athleticism to do a little something. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Here we go against Michigan State now. We're rotating over. Solid defense here. Watch this. So he sees both right here, right? I'd be keeping a hand out right here so I can kind of still feel my defender right here. I'm always like, because I just like to watch the ball at all times. You'll constantly see me if I'm ever playing defense, just kind of like feeling around, making sure I can still feel my guy. Pause, right? I'm not trying to cop a feel or nothing like that, I promise you, but it is what it is. So he's a little bit late with the hand right there, but he does go up and block that shot. Cool. Oh, they called him out of bounds right there. Oh man, I wasn't sure he was out. Here we go. Just some simple action. Let's go. Oh my goodness. What happened here? So again, he's guarding him here. He's trying to like cut off the handoff while the ball isn't even like here yet. It's just, this is when you're thinking too much while playing basketball. You've been game planning for something all week, right? And like, hey, they want to get to this handoff action with Mullins the whole time, right? So like, we got to make sure we kind of like ice that or whatever. And so he's ahead of the play and it bites him in the butt. And hey, there we go, big fella. Oh, it's so nice to be tall, isn't it? It's nice to be tall. I say that as someone that's not a very tall human being myself, but you know, it is what it is. Like I don't feel tall in the basketball world. Okay, here we go. Let me do my thing. Good pass. Hey, get up, white fella. Shout out Mullins, man. Maybe we'll have a video on him next year if he goes into the draft. All right, another post up, clear out. Very typical, just clear out action right here. I'm going. Like, this is great. This is great patience right here. So watch. Defender doing the right thing. You want to be moving them towards the free throw line if you can, right? So they have to take a tougher shot from here. It leads them into more defensive players. So he's just going to keep going. Eventually, he gets that hook around him again with the elbow, and he's able to finish up and through. Very good balance from him overall. It's not like super smooth with the footwork, but he's strong and he knows what he's doing, right? And again, a little bit of an older player, so it's going to happen. Here we go. We're not running the lanes very well right now. Like I'd be a little bit wider in this position. So watch. If I were him, I'm streaking out just a little bit, and he should be streaking out just a little bit as well, but we get the pocket pass anyway. Finishes up with the left, and this is how I know he's not as confident with like the left hand, right? On a right-handed shot, he's probably just going up really confident. Instead, he's kind of like taking contact and kind of falling away with it, right? Not putting it up like strong. So that's something that we'll need to work on. And again, how often is he going to need to do that? Well, that's kind of up for you to decide, right? And the team up to decide, right? How much do we care about that? Here we go. I'm going to back you down. Again, they're not showing. We're evaluating. There we go. Again, a little bit clunky, but it works. We're waiting. Okay, are they actually going to send help? Nope, these are just shows that we're just showing right now. Like, hey, we're around you. I'm not actually going to commit to it because I got to stay on my guys, but it is what it is. So instead, very nice move up. I don't know why you jumped. It's just not worth it. Great move. Very good move. All right, here we go. Oh, whoa. Give me these. Oh, took your cookies. Guess what, bitch? Yam time. Oh, I love it, man. Good shit, Reed. Way to cock back, trying to tie your shoes while you're up here. Let me see this one more time. Let me tie my shoes. Oh, I'm having too much fun. Again, like guarding them in just such goofy ways. Okay, but here we go. Back in the post up right here. We're attacking with Caravan. Great stuff. And like you probably shouldn't drive. I understand that he jumped at him or whatever. Probably don't need to drive in this situation if I'm Caravan. What I'm doing after I get the pump fake is I'm passing this to Reed right away. I'm hitting him with an entry pass and I'm cutting through right here because they got to respect him with the basketball, and I'm cutting through. He's either like dropping off here or whatever. It works either way because he sees him coming, but I like to do it that way so I can kind of cut a little bit more freely without the basketball. You're always going to be faster without the ball. It just is how it is. Here we go. Boom. Just a little bit of high-low action right here. Okay, posting up again. Here we go. Hey, look, there's the left. Good stuff, boy. Good stuff. All right, again, we're going to a post-up right here. Hey, yep. Just keep going back to that spin move. Now, got a game against Duke right here, going up against Cam Boozer. We all know how this game ended. I was watching this one outside in Minneapolis. Oh, it was a great one. It was on like one of those like 100-something foot like TVs or something like that. 100 foot, maybe like 100 inches. I don't know. I'm not good with that stuff. Don't come at me or whatever. Here we go. Again, he was kind of trying to pull the chair on him, Brown, right here. Watch, he kind of like backs up a little bit. Doesn't quite work. Gets it up and in. And this is his game, right? This is his offensive game. It's a little bit of just like smart defense and then just playing off of 2 feet, being a lot bigger than everybody else. It's a little bit clunky. It's not something that impresses me like greatly, but it's hard to deny the size ultimately, right? And oh my goodness. Made it work. Hit him with every move in the book right there, but we made it work. So again, what do you want him to do in the NBA is the question. Like if you just need another big on the team and you just want some rebounding and a guy that like can see an open pass and is a willing passer, sure, like go ahead. I don't think he's going to be like an elite rim defender at the next level, and I'll kind of tell you why. I feel like a lot of his blocks are just like well timed, kind of like while guys are still on the ground, they're not used or they don't know how to get the ball up quick enough. I don't see him really going up there and like denying things at the rim, right? And I think NBA players are going to be smarter, longer, more athletic, and so I worry about that translation a little bit with him. But again, what are you evaluating him for? Like it's not to be a star player most likely. It's like, can this guy like fill a roster spot for us adequately? Boom. See, like those are the kind of blocks I'm seeing, which are effective, right? Like not fouling and doing stuff like that is important, which by the way, he gets into some foul trouble sometimes, which college ball, it's going to be what it's going to be. Give me that rebound. Like I love that. Just going up and grabbing the board right there, like not tipping it or anything, just go up and grab it. I think that's great. Let's just watch a little bit more right here. Boom. Give me those. What are we doing? Again, doesn't go to like meet him like at the rim. And this isn't how you should probably block shots like this. You should probably go meet him more so up here because you know the ball has to go here, right? For the ball to go in the hoop. Otherwise, he's doing some sort of like crazy Michael Jordan finish or something like that, right? He's kind of meeting him more so out here, which in the NBA, they're probably going to draw more fouls on you rather than anything else. So go meet it where you know the ball's going to be. Here we go. What are we doing? Going setting some off-ball screens. Great stuff. Pick and roll. Boom. Hey, great finish. Great body control. Good stuff. Give me these again. Let's punch it one more time. Hey, okay, no, I got to see a little bit more. Give me another post up right here. Oh, double team's coming. Good pass. All right, we're getting a little saucy now. AVC's getting a little excited. Don't get me excited for the last video, y'all. Don't get me excited. All right. horns action, right? Two guys up here setting screens. We got horns action. So we're going to pop. He's going to turn into another screen right here. We're going into pick and roll now. What did they do here? What was this coverage right here? Let's watch one more time. Let's watch one more time. Just kind of a lazy hedge or whatever. And they're able to kind of just slip it through. Hey, good stuff. Very good stuff. Let me see one more. Let me see one more highlight before I call this right here. Let me see one more highlight. Let's get one more post up because this is his game, right? He's all right. Fresh meat down here. Fresh meat. Let's go. I'm going to work, kids. Don't you worry. I'll be back late. Oh, okay. Good pass. Again, how did this happen, right? You see the back of your defender's head? Like this, we cut towards the rim, right? And somehow both people slip through without being noticed, and he's able to get it up and in. And okay, cool. That's good enough, y'all. That's Tarris Reed. Alrighty, so final thoughts, right? It might have seemed like there wasn't a ton of evaluation on him in this video. And again, these are just meant to be intros, right, to these guys. But yeah, it's not very complex, his game. And that's okay. Not everybody's game is super complex. Sports can sometimes be relatively simple. And there's a reason, like, he's projected to go where he's supposed to go. I'm not trying to knock on the guy at all. I'm just telling you it's simple. Overall, what you're getting out of this guy is a very big dude that's an aggressive rebounder, which that can serve a purpose. It certainly can. I think there's maybe some logic to say maybe we try to cut a few pounds here or there. We try to work on the vertical a little bit more so we can be more of a rim defender. I think that's going to be important, just learning the game a little bit more, not making as many like silly mistakes with things. How can we be even more effective in like the pick and roll and maybe use some of that passing vision that you have to kind of be that short roll person if needed? Those are the kinds of things I would want to work on with him right away. But anyway, let's put him on the big board that we've been building throughout this video. Where are we thinking we want him? Where are we thinking we want him? I'm putting Tarris Reed. And by the way, what are these big boards, right? This is not a ranking of like which player's best, which is worse, not who's going to be the best and who's going to be the worst. It's not what big boards are. It's the order at which you would want the chance to develop these players. This also isn't like the actual big board that I'm turning in for work and everything. This is more so what we were kind of doing it with like first impressions in this series. So just take that as you will. Reed's going to be more so down here. I'm a little bit more interested in him than Jefferson at the moment, but that's probably as high as I would put him. And again, it's because like size, rebounding, I think that's becoming just a little bit more important in the NBA. And so just having an extra guy like that, not as many bigs out there in the NBA, I think that could be of service to some people. But anyway, that's the series, y'all. We got 30 videos done, and only one of them actually isn't going to be drafted in Tunde or whatever, because he's going back to school, and he got a lot of reasons not to. But let me know what you guys think, right? And what players that we didn't cover are you expecting to go in the first round? I'd love to talk about it with you guys down in the comments section below. But anyway, let's move on to the comments of the video. Alrighty, I'm going to do a refresh really quick. Let's see if we hit 20K, maybe? Oh, damn. Fair enough. Okay, I should like check my phone and see how far away we are or whatever, but not 20K just yet. It's all right. Fair enough. But anyway, I haven't found a comment of the video because I was just gonna like refresh or whatever and try to see if I could do it live. Let's go find one together in this Utah Jazz breakdown right here in their ideal offseason, which was a fun one. It was a fun one to go over. Let's see. Where do we want to go? Right here, Georgetown Cupcakes. Phenomenal name. Also, like, what is your profile picture exactly? What is going on right here? Is this you? Oh my goodness, you're beautiful. Okay, going back to the video, but yeah, what's his name? Bez Mbeng should be untouchable. I completely agree. That's my bad. Also, what happened here? The AVC Nana clip is my favorite part of the ideal offseason videos. Mine too. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the Nanas, go watch the video. All right, this scuffed video is done. Thank you guys for the great conversations. Another great series of evaluating these prospects or whatever. It was a lot of fun. Go join the Discord, right? And one more refresh. Am I at 20K? Damn. Okay, fair enough. My bad. All right, let's end this video here because I have a lot more work to do and a workout still to get to tonight. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much, y'all. Bye.